Did you know that whiskey saved a man on the Titanic? Indeed, a fascinating tale of survival emerges from the tragic sinking of the world's most famous ship. It's the story of Charles Joughin, the Titanic's head baker, whose life took an unexpected turn on the cold night of April 14, 1912. When the Titanic hit the iceberg, Charles Joughin was off duty in his cabin. He felt the shudder that ran through the ship, but didn't panic. Instead, he calmly went about his tasks, helping to load lifeboats with bread and ensuring the women and children boarded first. As the ship began to sink, Joughin knew he was running out of time. He returned to his cabin and did something that would later prove to be a lifesaver. He took a hefty swig of whiskey, not knowing that this simple act would play a crucial role in his survival. As the last lifeboat launched, Joughin found himself stranded on the sinking ship. But instead of succumbing to fear, he made his way to the deck and began throwing deck chairs overboard, hoping they would serve as flotation devices for those in the freezing water. When the stern rose high into the sky, Joughin was still there, perched on the railing. He rode the ship down like an elevator, stepping off into the frigid Atlantic Ocean without so much as a head dunk. Now, you might think that the freezing water would have been the end for our head baker. But remember the whiskey? Here's where it played its part. The alcohol in Joughin's system expanded his blood vessels, creating a sensation of warmth and dulling his senses to the harsh cold. It likely also reduced his panic, allowing him to think clearly and stay afloat. For hours, Joughin treaded water in the icy Atlantic, buoyed by his lifebelt and the whiskey in his veins. He eventually found a capsized lifeboat and clung to it until dawn, when he was rescued by the Carpathia. So the story of Charles Joughin is not just one of survival against the odds, but also a testament to the unexpected role that whiskey played in his survival. While we don't recommend using alcohol as a survival strategy, in Joughin's case, his nightcap may have made the difference between life and death. In the end, Joughin survived the Titanic, the freezing Atlantic, and lived to tell the tale. All thanks to a bottle of whiskey, a lifebelt, and an indomitable will to survive. His story remains a remarkable testament to human resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity.